Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect to Facebook. We'll be getting started shortly. And I think we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody. Welcome to our weekly broadcast. I'm Sami, Upside Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. And before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss in this video is for educational purposes only. If you're new to our channel, please be sure to download the free ebook. Link for that is in the description below. I know I've been absent from YouTube the last couple of weeks, so I'm back. We had the mentorship program and then I got busy with something else. So that's the reason for my absence the last 2 weeks. But let's get started. We're going to talk about the market. We'll go over some swing ideas that I have for you for tomorrow. And then if you have questions, leave a comment or send us an email, info@t3live.com. If you find benefit in today's video, be sure to hit the like button. First, the market. So the market is all out bullish, basically. The Qs has the clearest path to the prior all-time high. There's no resistance once we clear this. And I think I checked, the futures are up like 1% at least. So we're probably going to be gapping above. And so after that, there's really no resistance all the way up to the all-time high. The SPY, I don't know where it's going to open at tomorrow, but if we open up here, that would be a huge gap. But if once we clear the prior high, again, there's not much resistance. There'll be a little bit of resistance there around 600 and then the all-time high. The IWM is the weakest, but it always is. It has more resistance up here, and then it has more resistance, quite a bit more, at around the 200 MA on the daily chart. So the market is just all out bullish. And remember the last video that I did on YouTube, again, was I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago now, because this is the third week. And that was before, when the market was looking lower. What did I tell you? If you go back and look, the very last video that I did, I said we should make a higher low. Even though we're looking lower, I said we're looking lower, but we should make a higher low. Why? Because we were dropping inside of an igniting move, inside of a climactic move that bottomed. So I said we should probably make a higher low. And sure enough, I mean, I don't know what day that video was. I can look it up, but basically that was probably when that was the weekend. That was Monday, and I think that was Tuesday. And that was the bottom. That's the higher low that I was expecting. I wasn't even expecting the market to shoot up like it did, because I would have probably expected the market to come in after reaching the prior high. But as you can see, it's not coming in. It just isn't. Even the China stocks look higher. So it's like it knew there was going to be a deal, right? So at any rate, for tomorrow and the rest of the week, I'm expecting the market to be higher. It's not all that easy because the SPY and the IWM don't look as good, and especially the IWM has a significant amount of resistance above. So that's the only part about the market that I think is tough. Also, if you look at the weekly chart, we're going to be bumping into this area, especially on the IWM, the declining 20, the prior high. So I don't know. That's the issue about the weekly. Look at the weekly on the SPY. We bumped into the declining 20 and we're going to be probably gapping up tomorrow. So it's just so bullish, more than I expected. So the bias for me going forward is going to be bullish, especially if we get pullbacks, especially if the market comes in and then gives us a buy setup. As far as the individual stock watches, here's what I got. There's not a lot of pretty ones, but here's what I got for tomorrow. In the video description, I posted my entire daily watch list, so it's going to be longer than this, but these are the ones that I was going to go over. There's a lot of stocks that have a huge bottoming tail on the monthly. You don't need to look at you can just look at the Qs, look at the size of the bottoming tail. Look at NVIDIA, look at the size of the bottoming tail. That means this is going to be a multi-year low. I mean, I'm telling you, this is going to be a long-term low in the market, in NVIDIA, and a lot of the names and a lot of the stocks. So look at Boeing. I mean, look at the size of the bottom tail. Guess where Boeing is headed? Most likely here. That's where it's headed to. 250. So these huge bottom tails are actually called REBT in the pristine method, meaning range expansion bottoming tails. They are the single strongest reversal bar. It is the single strongest reversal bar you can get ever. And that's what we have on the monthly chart. Not the daily, not the weekly, the monthly. On a lot of stocks. Here's one of them. So I like it. Over that bar's high, and the stop would be on the AMKR. I would put it under 1668, under this pivot. One can also use this pivot, which is at 1718, and as a probably a long to somewhere up here to 22, 22 and a half, 23, to this bar's high, and that's 2280. The CARR is a little bit simpler. It's a 1, 2, 3 on the weekly, and has room to about here. 78 or so. So it's just a 1, 2, 3 play on the CARR. The EU is probably more like a climactic monthly. See the monthly? That's totally climactic. So I like it higher too, over the triple top right here to 250. So the highest point, whatever it is, 179. So it looks like it's over $1.80, target 250. It's not a huge target. Hasbro doesn't look good if you look at the daily chart, right? It doesn't look good. Look at the monthly. Oops, I typed over the ticker. It's HSY. So look at the monthly. Is that what? Hold on. Hasbro is HAS, but HSY doesn't look too bad, does it? This is Hershey's. Look at that rounded bottom. That doesn't look too bad at all. But Hasbro is HAS. On the daily, it doesn't look good. Look at the weekly. Huge reversal bar and is basing. So those are a couple of narrow range bars coming after a wide range bar. So I like it higher right here. Stop right here. Target up here. So it's not going to be a huge play in terms of reward to risk. Here's the monthly also. Oh, this is the weekly. Here's the monthly. Huge bottoming tail. So it's probably not my favorite because of the R to R. The Oxy is the daily 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of daily 1, 2, 3 setups right now. A long over 42.34, stop under 41.44, and target about 45, maybe 46. But there's a lot of 1, 2, 3 setups. Groupon is one of them. That's not bad over the highs. FSLY, FSLY is another one. But I like the Oxy and I like the CARR on the weekly chart more. QDEL, another 1, 2, 3. This is actually my favorite. I like this the most. The only problem with it is the overhead resistance. So let's say, this is dealt with, which it is, it's dealt with. Stop right here. Where's the target? Is it here? Then it's not enough. If you tell me, no, the target is up here, then it would be wonderful. That would be the favorite. Okay, on the QDEL. XPEV is a China stock that is setting up, looks good long term on the monthly, looks better on the weekly, and it looks pretty decent on the daily. So I like it higher right here, stop right here. Okay? Or if you want to be safer, you can use a wider stop under this pivot right here, which would be a bigger stop, right? But safer. I'm going with the tight stop. An entry over 2010. That's basically what I'm doing, and target about 26 is a weekly buy stop. The shorts, we have the ARDX, which had a very bearish gap down and is looking lower. Hourly chart, not great. Short, stop. Okay, short, stop. Basically, I don't love it. I have better stuff on the list here. LBTYA triggered already last week as a 1, 2, 3. This is a 1, 2, 3 igniting bar, narrow range bar, and then it triggered, but it hasn't gone anywhere. Hasn't gone very far. Still looks lower under the lows right here. Stop over 960 as a short on the LBTYA. Moderna, there's something wrong with it. I played it as an earnings play. I think it was this day. Looked good and it gapped down, so it didn't work. Something wrong with it, totally. Basing, the longer it bases, the better it becomes. And then short under the entire thing, stop over the base. But because the futures are up, it might actually move up tomorrow. If it moves up, that's okay. It would still be a watch if it comes back in and breaks down. So Moderna looks lower, but not for tomorrow probably. The MYGN looks the best for tomorrow from the shorts, from the bearish list. Short under Friday's low, stop above Thursday's high. And I don't have any target for it because I don't know if it's at all-time low, but it's at a multi-year low. And yeah, I mean, you'd have to go back to 2003. And it's already below it looks like, below that low. So yeah, no target on the MYGN, I would expect it to continue lower. But the entry for it should be under Friday's low, stop over Thursday's high. And then SRPT, wow, is this bearish or what? Holy cow. Like it short under the base, stop above Friday's high or Wednesday's high, whichever is higher, 40. I'd go with 40 with an entry under 35.40 or so. Would you believe, I remember when it bottomed, it was at $8. I don't know if the charts will show it, but it was like, it was dropping. I don't know how many years ago that was. And it bottomed at 8. It might have been here. I mean, it might have been here, but I remember when it bottomed. Oh no, I'm talking about this probably. And it shot up like crazy. So, no, that's $3. Maybe here, I don't remember. $8, you see it? $8. And then it went to 160. From 8, shot up to 60, dropped, monthly buy set up to 160, and it's back down now. Those biotech stocks are crazy. Looks lower, maybe to 20, I'm not really sure. But on the daily, it does look good. And the last one is the ZIP, the ZIP. What a bearish gap. It didn't go very far on Friday, so I would watch it for lower, but maybe not tomorrow if it can just base for another day on the daily chart. So as a 1, 2, 3. So maybe for Tuesday or Wednesday, and then it will be a nice base on the hourly chart, hopefully off the declining 20, and then a breakdown. We had a couple of really nice gaps on Friday. This was one of them. Kodak was another one that's really bearish. And then we had a bunch, but those two I remember because they tried to go higher the day before, and then the next day gap down to clear everything. Because ZIP tried to go, popped, so everybody went long before earnings maybe, and then boom, got killed. The Kodak already dropped a lot, so that wouldn't be a watch. But something like the ZIP would definitely be a watch. I just want another doji bar, and then maybe we can catch it as a 1, 2, 3, like I'm trying to do with the MYGN, or like I did last week with the LBTYA, which is already an open position, but hopefully continues lower. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just very short, but I'll be back next week with another video. If you want to join me, check out the links in the description or send us an email, info@t3live.com. Thank you all and have a wonderful trading week ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.